Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all another episode of Running With You. And today we got to run about this video I didn't came across. I haven't seen it. We're going to react to it together. It's basically this woman breaking down a list of jobs high value men do not do. Let's see what she got on this list. I'm pretty certain I can already guess like three off the top of my head. Let's go ahead on and guess. Food service, uh, any type of janitorial service, or uh, warehouse blue collar work. Let's see what she says. Let's see if those three on this list before we even see it. Typical stereotypes of a man that's not high character won't ever partake in.
Here's a list of jobs that men should not do,
Oh shit, they
especially
got the food
grown
right
ass
there.
men. Okay. For one, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Matter of fact, any fast food restaurant, if you think that you're a grown ass man working in a fast food restaurant is okay, something is wrong with you. All right. Leave those jobs to the teenagers. My nephew can't even get a job right now because there's some grown ass man in his goddamn 40s flipping my goddamn burger. Okay, let it go. Leave it alone. That job is not for you. Anything in retail, okay? I don't want to see no grown ass man handing me a dress, okay? Why are you a grown ass man working
A
at
grown
Ross?
ass
That
man.
makes absolutely no sense, okay? Target, Marshalls, like guys, give it up. Leave these jobs to the kids. Leave these jobs to the teenagers. These are jobs you get in high school, in college. But once you're a grown ass man, you do not need to be working in any fast food restaurant or any retail restaurant.
All right, I do think, once you hit a certain age, I think you go ahead on and leave that to the kids. Now, if you got to do what you got to do, and these the people who hire you, you got to take what you can get. Fuck all that. A man trying to make an honest buck, I ain't mad at him. But when I said food service, I was like any type of, low level chef, people probably feel like, oh, you could be doing better than just some low level chef, but chefs make good money, so I was going to combat that with that, trying to play devil's advocate, especially if you work your way up to uh from a line chef to the chef that's over all the rest of them. As far as retail, uh you can work your way up to being the manager. Like these Walmart managers, they make bank. I don't know if you heard, but these Walmart managers is making a lot of money. um But I do think, some of these jobs, can be left to the younger people, even the guys that's in promotion, like y'all still promoting after all these years, man. Leave that to the young boys, man. Leave that to the freshmen coming in college. But, like I say, man, if you got to do what you got to do, then you got to do what you got to do. Let's see what else she says.
And for you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong. All right. No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high value man, you're absolutely wrong. Okay. There's nothing high value about making 70,000 a year. You men that think working for the city is high value, it's
Okay. As far as being a city, if you're a police officer and you out here being an honest police officer, you protecting, you serving the community, you making a decent amount of money. You making more than firefighters, most likely. Uh, what else? She said firefighters. Everybody loves a firefighter. Who don't love a firefighter? Firefighters, they have the most respect in the community. Well, one of the most respected people in the community. Um, it's hard to be looked at as a crooked firefighter. So a lot of people trust a firefighter. A lot of people have respect for a firefighter. And um, what does that have to do with your character? Never once did she mention anything along character. She just mentioned things that's, you know, financially based. That's the last thing she said. You're not a high value man making 70,000 a year. I think police officers make way more than 70,000 in a year, and firefighters. But what do I know? You if you only see these firefighters pension in 401k retirement uh plans that they got. If you know, you know. Um yeah, man. Working for the city is not a bad job. Working for the government is not a bad job. Those people that's working for the post office, those people working for the government are, you know, doing very, very well for themselves. Like I say, man, never once did she mention character. And that's one thing I think a lot of women they disregard, especially like women in our community, you know. We always got to worry about the type of job that they're doing, how much money they're making. Never once did you mention any type of character traits that you're looking for. Never once did you mention how would he treat you. Never once did you mention how can he make you feel. You know, none of these things. All these things come after, you know, how much money he's making. You know, and everybody just gotta be a boss now. Everybody gotta be an entrepreneur now. Not everybody want to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody want to leave a 9 to 5 and work a 24/7. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you gotta be a 24/7 if you want to be successful, if you want to have good customer service. And yes, a 9 to 5, you have a boss. But when you're a entrepreneur, you're gonna have to listen to the clients. You work for them now. You know? But I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think she's making sense? I think Kevin Samuels said to be a high value man, you are required to at least make 6 figures or something like that. So everybody had their standards on what a high value man, what a high value man, what a high value man is, you know, especially since Kevin Samuels came on and hit the scene. Before Kevin Samuels, we never even heard this term, but now it's been thrown around so much and everybody have their own views on what a high value man is. But me personally, it don't really matter how much you make. I think you could be a man of high value if you a man, let's just say you're married. Let's just say your kids respect you. Let's just say your wife respect you. Your wife love you. Everybody in the community likes you. Everybody in work sees you as somebody to go to for advice. See somebody to go to as leadership skills. You take care of your parents. You very respectful when it come to women. You very men aspire to be like you. You know, I think those are guys are high value, and those guys can be the everyday worker at UPS, the everyday worker at FedEx, the everyday truck driver, the everyday worker that work for the city, like she say, fire chief. You know, like too many people are putting emphasis on what somebody makes as if that defines them. One thing about it, you can have a lot of money, but you cannot have class. And this woman right here, you think somebody would take her serious? Because she seemed like one of these girls who's a boss babe, boss bitch or whatever, and she's making a lot of money doing X, Y, and Z, but at the same time, she's going home alone and she's unhappy because she's not fulfilled. Nobody would take her serious. You can't even bring her to a business meeting of yours if you were one of these high value men she speak of. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you're waiting on. Till next time, I'm out.